Hello, welcome to this last video number 4 in our Python turtle racing. It's a very important series of videos. Python turtle racing using Trinket. I'm using Trinket because it's free. It should be easy for people to use. That's my main thing. You don't have to install anything, you just go to Trinket and you can start coding straight away. So far what happens, we put our turtles in their start position. In the last video, we got them moving forward at the same time, but at different random rates, so that we have an actual race. Looks like Felicity's going to win this one. Yeah, oh, by a whole leg length there. And then we have our code detect. Where is that? In has1, in this little function. If the tortoise is positioned, so that position brackets with the square brackets to get the first index in that tuple. That's quite complicated. That just returns the x position of our tortoise. If that's greater or equal to 180, then we return true. That turtle has won, and that turtle gets passed down here. It rotates like a little dance, and it finishes. And then I think I can click the arena again, and our turtles go through their start positions, and you can begin the race. Oh look, I can keep tapping on the arena and they go back to their positions. Oh, and I've messed up. Oh, I've broken it. What's going on there? I think it was just, well, that was very unusual. It was just Python trying to like catch up with how many tap event, like click events were going on. And then I had two turtles win. Anyway, that was interesting. Right, we won't worry about that. Just don't do that. So what we want to do is, I think, move our turtles back a little. It'd be nice if they started about there. So let's just go to reset race, organize a race. So it's in setup. So our turtle goes to minus 100. So if we go to minus 180, let's just see what that looks like. That's much better. That's nice. And then I suppose if they get to plus 180, that would be a nice place to stop. What place do they stop? Yeah, greater or equal to 180. Let's just see if that looks okay. Then I suppose what we could change are two things about how the gameplay. Actually, we stopped quite late there, so maybe 160. We'll move them 20 back, and we need to draw like a finish line. And we could play around with two things. Yeah, within the gameplay, I was just thinking. I haven't looked at the clock. Maybe I started this at about 10 to. So if I finish at about 10 past, 5 past, that should be okay. Okay, so we need to do two things with the gameplay. One, get the turtles to kind of like wiggle, so that even if it's going faster, it has to be kind of like moving straight in order to win. And then if you want to develop this much further, you can think about turtles maybe having, like, you could like set up them having like properties, like if you give them more speed, then maybe their accuracy goes down, and if you have more accuracy, then their speed goes down, and other things like that. It's always interesting, kind of like balance properties like that. Okay, so we stop the race. What are we doing? We're going to make them move faster first of all, and then we'll try and do the wiggle thing. So at the moment, we've got this loop in the race function. We position all the turtles, then we go around 500 times to try to get them to the end. So potentially we need to keep that number really high. So maybe I'll just take it to 1,000, so I'll go around 1,000 times, and if the turtles don't get to the end, then no one wins, I guess. Oh yeah, so if we get all the way out, no one's won. That's something we've got to look out for. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's make the move. So then we decide how far they're going to step, and we pass into the function that I made called delta, which just returns a random number up to this maximum number that we pass in. So instead of passing in 2, let's put in 22. And then let's save that and run our code. See what happens. I'm going to have a swig of decaf tea. Yeah. So they moved a lot faster. That was quite exciting. So for testing purposes, that's pretty good. Getting your whole race to run one through. So I reckon maybe 12 will be about right. I won't test that just yet. I know it's going to work, but I want to wiggle them. So again, what we want to do, we maybe want to make our own function so that we're keeping this, although it's quite messy now, this little loop as tidy as we can. At the moment, it's quite messy. So let's try this. So we just want to wiggle Edward. Sorry. So we've got to have a function called wiggle, and then we'll pass Edward into it. And then, you know what? No, we should do that before he moves forwards. So before each turtle moves forward, we get them to wiggle. I'm thinking we could just change their heading. I think we can do that. I think it's called heading. Right. So let's make our function up here. Wiggle. It takes a turtle. We'll just call it tort. That's what I was doing in the last video. So we can name our parameters whatever we like. And so that parameter, that argument passed in, is going to be a whole turtle object. And whatever we do to that turtle object will be whatever turtle we've passed into the function. And so we want to set its heading, or this way I guess they are. And so we want to go between, so that's 90 degrees I think. So they're all heading 90 degrees already. Or maybe that's 0 degrees. We'll find out in a moment. Let's pretend it's 0 degrees. So potentially their heading wants to be between like -10 and 10 degrees, something like that. But it might be 350, if we're thinking about it, between 350 and 10 degrees. Let's see. I'll try the minus first. So tort heading, and we'll say rot for rotation. So its rotation will be a random integer between -10 and 10. Right, so that's done. So we're wiggling all of our tortoises, turtles, Edward, Felicity, and Martin before they step forward. What happens? What else would be nice? It would be also nice if this works to get a line behind each turtle. I think would look good. Right, heading takes exactly 0 positional arguments, and I gave it 1. Right. What that means is that heading is used to return the current heading of our turtle, not to give it a heading. Let's see if the right function is set heading. This would be too good to be true, actually, if this works. Oh. So it's definitely working. We can set the heading, but it's this is hilarious. It's just rotating our turtles all the way around. What on earth is going on? So, right. I'll just let them carry on. Let's comment those out, and we'll just get just print to the console the heading of each turtle, just to see what is their heading now. Is it 0? Okay, it's 0.0. Should I go and read about set heading, or will my internet be slow? So let's try between, what if I say between 0 and 10? What happens then? What happens now? This is, oh. Oh, okay. They were kind of going, oh, so they rotate that way round. I was imagining them going round clockwise. So can I say 10 and minus 10? Does that work? No. Can I say 350 and 10? That makes no sense. No. Well, 10 and 350. Yeah, then they move way too much. Damn! There must be some logic. There must be some logic. What we could just do is like turn them either right or left a certain amount. Okay, let's do that. Right. We'll call it right or left equals random int up to 2. And then say if right or left equals 1, then turn left. So turtle will turn left by 2 degrees, else turtle will turn right by 2 degrees. Now, they just go crazy. The potential bug here is that I'm not treating random integer correctly, but this is why I'm doing this, just because it's a common bug, so you may you may go through this as well. Maybe the random integer will give me back either 0, 1, or 2. What I'm hoping for is it will give me either 1 or 2. So what we could do is then just print what we get there, and then we can just check in the console. It should be just a list of 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. If it's not, then we can just maybe minus a number off. Okay, so here we go. Turtles are lining up. A crazy shape is being drawn in the middle, like a crack. That is the weirdest thing that what is going on there? That's like something's inside the computer is trying to break out. That is a weird bug. Right, random int takes exactly 2 arguments, and I've only given it 1. That is amazing! I bet you couldn't do that in a million years. I wouldn't be able to do that in a million years if I was trying to do it. Oh, now my zoom is going very slow, sorry. Oh no! How do we stop? I've broken it, but I've also broken the stop button. Ah! Oh no, what if it's not set? Okay, stop. Okay, it stopped, I think. Right, so we need to take out, where is it? Between 1 and 2. That should definitely work now. Okay. Huh? Random int takes exactly 2 arguments. I've definitely given it 2 now. Let's just save. I think I've just broken the editor. Line 37. Okay, so it's not detecting my changes. So this is lagging behind. So I've saved it, but I'm going to copy all of my code. Then I'm going to refresh this page. I think I'm uploading the previous video, and I'm not in a good room for internet, so this may take a little while. It's not too bad. We've got the title. While that's loading, what else can I talk about? Oh yeah, I want to draw the... Oh no, my internet connection's too bad. Okay, I've got back. I need to draw the finish line in. It's definitely more than 15 minutes now. Let's just have a look at Wiggle. Okay, it's saved the random integer. Let's just play that. Off they go. And we're getting 1s and 2s. Yes, so this is more like it. They're kind of turning around. That's great. And Martin wins. Fantastic, fantastic. So, what do we want to do? We just want to make the turtles trail. So, set up a turtle. It gets the pen up is being used there. That's brilliant. But what we want to do, actually, we want to use that in has one. Stop race. Right, yeah, stop race. We want the turtle to pull up its pen so that it doesn't draw a pen when it draw a line when it goes down to the bottom. But when we set up, after we set up, the turtle, then we want to make sure the pen is down, and we'll make sure that the turtle's pen color is white. I think that might look good. So we've got like a little record of where it's being drawn, of where it's running. Oh, also it gives them a cool white outline if we have the pen number, if we have a pen color on there. Lovely. So we get Felicity. You've won again. Well done, Felicity. Right. I'm gonna finish this there because I've gone over like the 15 minutes, I'm sure. But that looks pretty cool now. That looks pretty nice. Okay, except for that, when you rerun the race, you get these horrible white marks. Oh, and their heading is different. So each race, we're getting these worse and worse directions or trajectories. So when we reset the race, we want each turtle's heading to be 0. Set heading to 0. Let's just make sure that works. I might just save it as well. So I'm trying to run it, but I have to wait until it's saved. Yeah, I really like this effect. They're kind of like drawing the racetrack. Martin? Oh, Felicity just got you at the end. Right. And then if I put them back, yes, as they stand on the start position, that's quite nice. They kind of reset their heading and off they go. That's kind of good. Right. Thank you very much for watching. If you make your own one, and I might later on put some decorations on there, make the racetracks look cool, maybe say the name of the winner, things like that. Certainly lots you could do. If there's high demand, if people actually watch this video and there's high demand and you really want me to do another video, let me know and I'll do that. But what I was going to say, if you've made your own version of this following along, I think you can put a link in the comments, and I'd love to go and play your version of it. Right, thanks very much. See you next time in whatever kind of video. If you've got any suggestions, put them in the comments and I'll try and help you out. Goodbye.